Can science defeat aging and death? For as long as humans have existed, aging and death have been unavoidable. Every civilization has searched for ways to delay them, escape them, or give them meaning. Today, for the first time in history, science is no longer asking why we age. It is asking whether aging itself can be slowed, stopped, or even reversed. The question is no longer philosophical. It is biological. Can science defeat aging? And what would that mean for humanity? 1. Aging, a biological process, not a mystery. For most of history, aging was considered inevitable, a natural decline written into life itself. Modern biology now understands aging as a complex, measurable process. Cells accumulate damage over time. DNA mutations increase. Proteins misfold. Cells lose the ability to divide or communicate effectively. Researchers describe aging not as a single cause, but as a network of biological failures that gradually overwhelm the body. This shift in understanding has transformed aging from destiny into a scientific problem. 2. What happens inside the aging body? At the cellular level, aging involves several key mechanisms. Telomeres, the protective caps on chromosomes, shorten with each cell division. Mitochondria lose efficiency, reducing cellular energy. Senescent cells stop dividing but refuse to die, releasing inflammatory signals that damage surrounding tissue. These processes contribute to age-related diseases such as cancer, cardiovascular illness, and neurodegeneration. From this perspective, aging is not separate from disease. It is the underlying risk factor for most of them. 3. Can aging be slowed? In laboratory settings, scientists have already extended lifespan in multiple organisms. Worms, flies, and mice have lived significantly longer through genetic modification, dietary restriction, and pharmaceutical intervention. Drugs such as rapamycin and metformin are being studied for their potential to slow cellular aging. Caloric restriction has consistently shown lifespan extension across species. These findings suggest that aging is malleable, but translating results from animals to humans remains uncertain. 4. Reversing aging. Is it possible? Slowing aging is one challenge. Reversing it is another. Recent experiments using cellular reprogramming have shown that certain aging markers can be reset in animal cells. By activating specific genes, scientists have restored youthful function to damaged tissues. This does not make organisms immortal, but it challenges the assumption that aging damage is permanent. However, reprogramming carries risks, including cancer and loss of cellular identity. The science is promising but incomplete. 5. The limits of lifespan. Even if aging could be controlled, the question of death remains. The human body is a complex system, and indefinite maintenance may be biologically unrealistic. Random mutations, accidents, and system failures would still occur. Some researchers argue that radical life extension could increase lifespan dramatically without achieving true immortality. Living longer does not mean living forever. 6. The ethics of defeating aging. If aging could be slowed or reversed, access would matter. Who would receive these treatments? Would longevity become a privilege of wealth or power? Extended lifespans could reshape society. Retirement, population growth, resource distribution, and generational balance would all be affected. Ethicists warn that defeating aging without addressing inequality could deepen existing divisions. Science can extend life, but it cannot decide how it should be shared. 7. Death, a scientific or human boundary. While aging is increasingly seen as a biological process, death remains more complex. Some researchers view death as a system failure that might eventually be postponed indefinitely. Others argue that mortality gives human life structure, urgency, and meaning. Even if science could delay death indefinitely, humanity would still face psychological, cultural, and philosophical limits. The question is not only whether death can be defeated, but whether it should be. 8. What remains unknown? Despite rapid progress, many uncertainties remain. Human trials take decades. Long-term consequences are unknown. Biological systems are fragile and interconnected. Science may extend healthy life significantly within this century. Whether it can conquer aging entirely remains unresolved. The future is neither guaranteed nor impossible. Aging and death have shaped every human story ever told. Science is now challenging boundaries once considered absolute. But defeating aging is not just a scientific goal. It is a question about identity, responsibility, and what it means to be human. If this documentary expanded your perspective, consider liking the video and subscribing to Interesting MindHub. Here, we explore the frontiers of science before they quietly redefine life itself.